I've been modding my brains out, so I hope you like the GUI Center. Welcome everybody, Pursuit here, playing some 7 Days to Die. And yes, I've been working on a quest. The Seed Mix quest. It's not on here yet. It is set up so that it will pop up in your inventory when you start a new game. Or you can pull it out of the creative menu, which is what I am going to have to do. So, it's been several days since I made a video because I've been working on this and many other mods. I got carried away, and so let's get back to it. So here it is. Let's pull it down here. Take a copy of it. That's the only way to get it. I did leave some stuff in the code so you could make it into a recipe, but it does change the way that it appears slightly, so I took it back out. I'll show you what I'm talking about there in a moment. So let's go ahead and here it is. You think you're an herbalist, but you're not. They're just seeds. So the quest is to write an Herbalist Seed Mix Book. This is based off of my Uber Seed mod that I've renamed. Let's go ahead and read it then and see what it says. So, you think you're an herbalist, but you're not. Find the seeds for corn, potato, blueberry, and coffee to write your book. Careful, it's tricky. Learn how to distinguish seed types for which to plant, cook with, or eat. Best of all, they'll store nicely in your bag. Unlock recipe, seed mix. So let's accept it. And pop up your little information over here, and you'll think you're an herbalist, but you're not, blah, blah, blah. It just basically says the same thing over again. Because I didn't feel like it needed different information. Let's see. So, as you see here, it says, collect the following seeds. So I'm just going to pull them out of creative so you can see them, and I will unlock my recipe. But let's first look at the quest here. Now, I have actually already unlocked it. So, if you see under Seed Mix, because I unlocked it when it was the Uber Seed, and it's the same ID number. So, now you see Seed Mix has a marker over here. This is usually a book for recipes, but because it's a request and there is no recipe, then it shows a little quest marker here that needs to be unlocked. And actually, I have not unlocked the quest. So, can I not? Ooh, I can't even craft it yet. Very nice. So, I'll have to unlock it. Same stuff here. Just give some little information on once you've unlocked it, or if you look at the seed mix. Craft your seeds into seed mix and craft them back into something specific. Which one was this? Careful, plant variations can only be crafted back to certain seeds. So let's unlock this first, and then I'll explain what's up with that. So let's just go ahead and pull out seeds from here, and so let's grab a corn seed. There you go, it's got corn there. You could also, say you did a potato, you could also craft a potato into potato seed, which will unlock it as soon as it's done crafting. There we go, corn, potato, coffee. And I'm going to show you the error that happens here with something in case you go the creative route like I'm doing here, so you don't wonder that go freak out. Well, what's going on? I think there's a bug in the game that's causing a problem, but it's not permanent. It just gives you the error screen. You can back out. But the other way is to get. The other thing you can do is you need a blueberry seed. Well, blueberry seeds aren't the easiest to find, so I made several seeds that were very rare to find as seeds you could get. So if you see a blue, can't spell worth a darn. Okay, blueberry seeds. So of course you can craft it from the seed mix, but you can also craft it from a blueberry, of course, an aloe vera plant, a yucca fruit, a yucca plant, or a chrysanthemum. So depending on what location you're in, you can find some variation that's difficult to find, but I just named it blueberry seed because you can't say ors. You have to say, you can't say blueberry seed or this one or this one or this one. You can only say which ones they have to find. It's not an opposite of an and or, just an and. So there was a thing about careful, you only seed, some can only craft one way. So the aloe vera plant, the yucca, and the chrysanthemum can only craft into a seed. You cannot craft them back into the plant here. And you can't craft any of the seeds back to plants. You can just craft them into seeds. Some of the seeds you can cook with, like now you can cook with a... Go in here, you can... goldenrod. You can cook with a goldenrod seed mix now. So because you made it from the goldenrod, I could possibly add one where you can cook with a goldenrod seed too, which I might do later. But, you know, you can cook with... You can also do the same thing with red tea. You can cook with the seed mix also. So I hope that explains it. I think it explains it for the most part. Oh, yes. And I also need to show you... Okay, so if we got both of those, I need to show you the error that happens. So like I said, you can also do... So you got a... And I can never spell this. Chrysanthemum. Oh, good, I spelled it right. Like I said, you can do a chrysanthemum. Or you can do a blueberry, but you need to get a blueberry seed one way or another. So that unlocks the blueberry seed. Now here's the bug. And it's not a big deal. So coffee beans here. So coffee bean is the last one that we need. If you just drop this in your inventory, it's fine. If you right click in one item, it will give you an error. Or it used to give me an error. Give me an error in the other world that I did. Well, it's all fine and dandy now. Well, if you get an error there where it kicks up this error screen here, maybe I fixed it. I don't think I did anything to fix it. Maybe it might have been a combination of things that were happening with my game at the time that errored out. But if that happens, it still worked just fine. Not a problem. I really wanted to re-show it here, but I can't because it didn't happen. So I got all the things. It told me some little comment down here about Herbalist Seed Books. You wrote the Herbalist... write the Herbalist Seed Book quest complete when that finished. And then it says, you wrote the Herbalist Seed Mix Book. You are an herbalist. Oh, are you an herbalist? Who cares? There's no one left or right to tell you you're not. Craft your seed mix. Craft your seeds into seed mix. Then craft them back if you need something specific. Which one was this? So that's it. That's the quest. Now if I look at my recipes, seed mix, it is now unlocked. See, it's bright and shiny. So now I can craft this corn seed into seed mix now. Ta-da! So let's go ahead and get rid of those ones that I just spawned in here. Because I don't want to cheat any further than is absolutely necessary to prove a point. So let's go just dump those out. And I'm going to spend the rest of the time here collecting my inventory together. So if you don't want to see it, don't stick around, but I'm going to show you how I can condense all this into my inventory. Everything except the things you really don't need. I've got several new mods here that I've been working on. That's why it's been days since I put out an episode. Show you how to craft all this stuff in there too, and we'll just get as much stuff as we can in together. And I'm going to go ahead and make a workbench. A workbench really isn't going to be that helpful, but I've never made a workbench. Oh no, I'm not going to make a workbench because you have to unlock it. I actually need only one more skill point. See if you look at workbench. I tested this out before and I unlocked the workbench. I only need, you need construction 20. I need construction, I have construction 19. So at 20 I can unlock the workbench, but I found the workbench really isn't that much more helpful. It is if you need special items, but it's more confusing when you're trying to do a bunch of stuff like I'm going to be doing here, unless you may have like 5,000 items you wanted to craft or something, multiple item things, but it's really not that handy. So I guess I won't make it. I thought about it. How's that? So that's how you craft it right there. And I also, why I wanted to talk about the workbench was because I made a way you could disassemble it also, like you can disassemble my forges. So if you want to move in and get on the go with it, then by all means, go right ahead. So first thing I want to do here before I get started, I'm going to show you how to condense this all, and I might not be able to finish it this episode because I only go, around 20 minutes. I'm not too concerned about it because I'm probably not going to get it done, but let's go ahead and get started on getting stuff together. So I want to get out my pistols here first because I know I've got a couple of Broken handgun. Let's see. Assemble. Let's pull out the handgun here, the broken version of it. And let's go ahead and take it apart. What time of day is it anyways? Is it nighttime? It's 2100. Okay, you didn't see, but I did. Let's go ahead and break this apart. Let's go ahead and break the other one apart. I need to drop something apparently. Let's put the eggs in here. Well, you know, let's cook up some more. Eggs and bacon, where is that? We will do it from the raw meat, not from the salmon. But it's there, it's available. That's one of the mods I put in. You know, you open the can, you fry up some eggs and some meat, salmon meat, as this would be, but eggs and bacon. Let's go ahead and do all. Oh, I only can do one. Good, we got it cooking up. Let's get something to eat too. I'm not that hungry, but I'm a little. Oh wow, that was way more than I thought it would give me. It says 15, it gave me more than 15, but that's what it does. The game for some reason gives you more than you expect. Let's also get some... No, let's not. Let's let that go ahead and cook. How much time to say? 50 seconds? It's already done. Just leave those there. Let's go ahead and... Ooh. Let's just go ahead. I'm going to save these ammo parts. I thought about breaking them down before, but I can't actually craft them anyway, so we'll just keep those. There's a workaround to craft them. So for now, until I do, I will go ahead and craft ammo parts. Let's put the meat back in here. Let's put the goldenrod. No, let's keep the goldenrod. Let's put the springs in here. Am I down? I am. So it's going to be a long night. Nights are always long in this game if you have to hide, but we're doing some productive stuff here. Let's go ahead and pull this apart. And we'll put the best parts on our weapon here, which, let's see, we've got a better grip, better pistol part. Barrels are both worse. Receivers are both worse. So there's our nice weapon. Let's also make a broken version of it. For those of you who haven't seen it, here you go. I'm making a broken version because I could store one in my broken bag and one in my regular bag. Let's see, pistol parts. And I like to keep 2 copies of a weapon in case it gets too broken down or I accidentally lose it because, you know, been known to hit the Q button accidentally in a panic mode and I lose my weapon. That would be bad, but hopefully that won't happen. Or if these get too degraded, you can always swap out pieces. So let's go ahead. I got the broken bag anyways, so it's not like I'm really hurting for space to store it. Let's close that. Let's put this bag away in there, and then let's put it all back into my equipment bag. And we're good. Let's go ahead and just assemble this last pistol. We'll just throw it in the forge to smelt down because we don't need what's left there. Let's go ahead and get some forged iron going. Sure, why not? A whole bunch of it. Just go ahead and put the clay in there because you can always pull it out. Now let's go ahead and see how much more condensing we can do in the next few minutes before we go. So, let's go and get all the seeds together. So we got seeds. This can be made to seeds. What else can we? This can be made to seeds. It can be made to seeds. Have any other plants in here? Doesn't look like I do. If I miss some, I'll have to do it. Oh, I'll have to do it next time. Anything in here that we need? No. Oh, actually, we could. We'll hold off on the corn. So let's go ahead and craft all of these into recipes, seed mix, recipes, seed mix, recipes, seed mix, recipes, seed mix. So all of these things can now be, with all that in, I can make the seeds back. It's a way for me to, as a nomad Wanderer, for my mod pack, Nomad Wanderer mod pack. It's a way to be able to carry these things with you and have, rather than having a base, you can wander around the wasteland and not worry about where you're tied down to. You can still do most of the things you can do with them, and you can craft them back into other things. So, you can cook with them. There's plenty of recipes too, like in the recipes. Look at all these recipes that use the seed mix. So, you know, you can substitute it for carrots or potatoes. You can make coffee with it because you put coffee beans there. You can make blueberry pie with it to replace the blueberries. Red tea to replace the chrysanthemum. You had to gather all the stuff together. I'm just storing it all in one place rather than having 2 rows of seeds and plants and all that. It just didn't seem like it was worth it to me. So let's go on to what else we can do. Let's go for the... Oh, that was going to take forever. Let's go for this one first. I have a recipe now here. Let's get all of the car part variations of it and this. And my repair kits. I think that's all of it. So the repair kits. This is another mod that I did for basically being able to combine the auto parts and stuff that you repair with that you normally can't do something with. We're going to go ahead and there is a recipe now for repair kits from replace the oil with, like, I'm thinking like using components of this to help with a repair kit. So we'll go ahead and craft that. And there's also for the military fiber, because that one's, it's nice to have, but I can't carry it around with me if I'm wandering all over the place. So let's go ahead and make some of those. So it replaces the cloth and, this is heavy duty stuff, the cloth and the oil to repair stuff with. So let's go ahead and craft that. And then if you see, there are recipes now using this. So you can make a headlight from a glass jar and a repair kit. So like you're installing the electronic components back in there and sealing this off so that it's nice for a light. And you're also making military fiber from it. So you lose some of the components from crafting back and forth, but you're able to at least collect some of what you go as you wander the wasteland. And you can also make a spotlight. Skip the part of making the headlight. You just go right into using the repair kit, the glass, the lead battery, and the iron. So, you know, it'd normally just be these two and a headlight, but now it's these two and in place of the headlight. So that worked well. Now this one's going to take me a while to do, this next part. So look how nice and tidy that is. Now this next part I am having, and there might not be time to explain it all the way, but I have here something to be able to use all of the animal parts you collect along the way. So is that it for animal parts? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, so let's make up some tallow, because apparently I really don't have any tallow yet. Okay, let's make one tallow. Tallow. Cook. Ta-da! So we have some tallow now. I should probably drink something. I'm getting thirsty here. So the tallow, these things can now, recipes, I made it so torches can be made into, you can make torches from bones now, so they're more useful. You can turn them into tallow, but you can only turn them into tallow if you have tallow. So like, for instance, I can make this bone into animal fat. I can make this meat here into animal fat or tallow. But all of the tallow recipes require tallow. So you notice you can make fat into tallow. I'm just kind of helping condense it down. And you can make this rotting flesh into tallow, and you can make this into tallow or animal fat. You can make these into animal fat also if you don't have the tallow unlocked yet. So if you found the beacon, you can make the tallow, then there you go. But guess what? It's time for me to be going. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you did by giving me a thumbs up here on the video. Put my headlight back on. Leave me some comments as to what you thought about how this is going. Subscribe for future content if you're not a member of my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Now get on with your pursuit. And hopefully we'll be able to finish tidying all this up again next time and then run off tomorrow.